What's up, everybody? It is Danny here with the Flaming Meeple YouTube channel. And do you know what day it is? Well, what yesterday was? What weekend it is? You know what weekend it is? Other than St. Patrick's Day? That's right. It is Shadowspear release weekend. I'm getting ready to head over to Gigabytes Cafe to pick up the box there that I pre-ordered to split with somebody. Obviously, I'm taking all the Chaos stuff. But I'll be doing an unboxing video while I'm there, going over, showing off the sprues, the pieces that come in the kit, going over the codexes. That's what I'm thinking of. The codices for the Vanguard and for the Demonkin, as well as the campaign book that comes in there. So let's get up there. Let's see what we got in those boxes. Alright, we got the Shadowspear box here. I already took the plastic off, so let's open it up and see what we got in there. Some nice bubble wrap bases. So we got our first brew of Primaris Marines. These are really nice sculpts here. So it looks like we got the suppressor on there. Librarian perhaps with that cape. Trying to get it to focus in. Those are awesome. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for Chaos. It looks like another sprue of the same thing. Hopefully we don't have another instance of being shorted something. I split another box with another friend of mine, and he took the Primaris, I took the Chaos, and he was shorted the Lieutenant, but the box had an extra Master of Possession in there. And these are our Chaos here. So that looks like one of the Greater Possessed right there. And the other pieces for our Chaos Marines. We'll flip it over, look at the other side too. Yeah, there's a Greater Possessed body. There's another part of the Greater Possessed body there. I mean, both sides are some amazing details on here. These have come such a long way since the last time I bought Warhammer models. So I'll move that over here because that's my chaosy goodness. And here is more of the Primaris. Got some of the action poses for these suppressors with the jump packs. And here is the, maybe this is the Librarian. Yeah, it's got this, the power sword or force sword. You could really go both ways with that. And here is the Lieutenant. You know, I might have to find someone else to just split one more of these, just so I can have some of the Primaris guys and be able to set up small skirmish games at my house. Oh, forgot Master of Possession. So now that I have 3 of these guys in total, I'll be posting a link. I'm going to get these up, some of these extras that I'm not going to want, like the Greater Possess, the extra Masters of Possession, posted up on eBay, and I'll be putting a link for that in the description of this video, so be sure to go check those out. I'll have some other action figures, collectibles on there as well, kind of as I go along with finishing remodeling my basement. I really, really dig the new Demon engine, the Venom Crawler. I love the new obliterators too. I've been wanting new oblits for a long time. So those are fantastic. Got our poster in here. Those are the flying stands that are going with our Space Marine friend. These are the 50 mil and 100 millimeter bases for the Venom Walker and the Obliterators. And then we've got here all the other fun stuff, the codexes. So we can get this open real quick. So right here we've got the campaign book. So if you want to play this as a board game, you definitely do that. And really, you could even you could do it as just 2 people, or you can have 4 players with it, where each person has their own, I think, 500 point army, and just use the the basics on how it has them kitted out right now. Don't do it. You don't need to worry about doing any of the army building or list modification. We got various campaign games in here. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Crucible of War behind enemy lines. A band of warriors looks to breach the enemy's defensive perimeter, slipping past wary sentries and eliminating solitary patrols. The attacker must guide enough of his units past the enemy line, while the defender seeks to locate and destroy the intruders. That's what your deployment zone looks like there. And then the stratagems you'll use. There's target of opportunity. The attacker has identified a valuable target of opportunity, the destruction of which would severely hamper their foe's plans. Launching a sudden and precise assault, they seek to take it down, though doing so will be far from a simple task. And deployment zones there, and stratagems here. All around defense. All pretense at stealth is abandoned as alarms blare and gunshots echo across the open ground. The defender takes on the role of the discovered infiltrators and must hold on against the attacker's waves of incoming troops until reinforcements arrive. That would honestly I think that would be a fun one to try to defend against. I've got stratagems there. Vanguard assaults. Caught unawares by a sudden and fearsome assault, the defender stages a desperate defense of their territory against the incoming force. The attacker attempts to build upon the momentum granted by their sudden strike, blasting their way through the foe before they can regroup. Deployment stratagems. And then we got Dark Ritual. Seemed to be a good mix of Imperium and Chaos advantages on those. And then War Without End, which has no specific stratagems, and for deployment, once the battlefield has been created, the players roll off. The player who rolled highest divides the battlefield into 2 equal-sized halves. So it's basically a free-for-all. So that's pretty cool. Dig it. And we've got our Vanguard Space Marines, which both of these data sheets have been leaked for a couple of weeks now, but you can still take a look. And just some of the couple of chapters. There's so many you can choose from to paint. But if I ever started a Imperium army, then I would, I'm torn between Blood Angels and Space Wolves. I like both of them. I like the background of both of them. So here we go. So there's our Captain, Librarian, Lieutenant, Suppressors, the Infiltrators, which my favorite is the Helix Adept. And I'll tell you why when I get to the rules on those. And then we've got the Eliminators, which are your snipers. And then going into the data sheets. And then a little more going on about the keywords, their chapter keywords. So Blood Ravens or Blood Angels, Space Wolves, that would be the keyword there. A brief bit about non-codex compliant characters and the abilities. We've got our Captain, Librarian, Lieutenant. Alright, the Infiltrators. The reason why I say Helix Adept is my favorite of the Primaris in this set is because of the Helix Adept ability. And let's zoom in and so you can see it. At the end of your movement phase, an Infiltrator Helix Adept can attempt to heal or revive one model from this unit. So you can heal a wound from it, or if it's been slain on a 5+, that model is returned with 1 wound remaining. Yeah. That's why they're my favorite in this set. We've got Suppressors and Eliminators. And then just a little more on the rules for Battle-Forged armies. And chapter tactics here. Your obscuration disciplines, some new warlord traits that are in here, and then going over your point values. Alright, and now the Codex Heretic Astartes Demonkin. So we're going to skip through the fluffy parts and just jump straight into looking at these models here. So Master Possession, the Greater Possessed. Look how sweet those oblits look. Those just look amazing. Then we've got our regular Joes, our Space Marines, and then the Venom Crawler, which again just looks absolutely amazing. Then going into our data sheets and the keywords. Again, it's like the chapter keywords, the Alpha Legion, Black Legion, Red Corsairs. We'll also have Mark of Chaos keywords. And then some, the abilities that they have mentioned in this book. So Death to the False Emperor, which during melee combat on a roll of 6+ for a model with that ability during a fight, it can, if it was targeting an Imperium unit, then they immediately make an extra attack against the same unit using the same weapon. That does not stack, so if you do it once, then you get that extra attack. You don't keep getting extra attacks after that for 6s. And Demonic Ritual. Well, we've got our Master of Possession here. Our Joes, the Chaos Space Marines. The Greater Possessed, which I've never really been a big fan of Possessed. They look cool, but I've never really liked using them. It's, at least with the old Possessed, it was too random. I know these are more combat focused. But the old possessed, you rolled on a table, and whatever you rolled is the ability that that unit got for the whole game. We've got our obliterators and the venom crawler. And then we're going into the abilities, Legion traits, shadowy allies. And so Legion traits is just the chaos equivalent of the chapter traits for the Space Marines. Your malefic disciplines. Warlord traits. And then your point values. And everything else we've got is the little mini core rules, which is just a fold out going over the meat and potatoes on how to play the game, and then the assembling instructions. There you go. So that is Shadowspear. Looking forward to getting these built up, painted, and get back into playing 40K again. So thanks for watching, everybody, and be sure to click the links below. Check out what I've got listed on eBay if you're interested in picking up some individual models. I'm going to have Masters of Possession and Greater Possessed both listed on there. All right, thanks, guys.